Okay, this is the test live stream of about 15 minutes before starting the real stream. Need to see if SpeakerBot is working and is my headset working. There's SpeakerBot. Audio's coming through. And then right
DougBet
here.
said, hi, how you doing?
Yep, the audio indicator is right. So there's a good test. Ha ha, fooled you. I know this isn't the test stream. I know this is the live stream, the real stream. You didn't pull the wool over my eyes again. You guys faked me out yesterday. It was all your fault. I know you did it on purpose. Good morning. It's 11 a.m. and 54 seconds on March 1st, 2025. March Fool's Day. That means we're 1 month away from that day. What's going to happen? I don't know. What day of the week is that? What day of the week is that going to be on the dangerous day? That's going to be a Tuesday. Maybe I'll just skip that day and not have a show. You think? Would that be a good idea? Would that be healthy to not do a show? Hello, Ski Man. I just get a warm feeling in my soul every time I hear that song. Everybody knows your name. And that's what this channel looks like. That feels like. That's what this community feels like. All the variety of channels, content creators in our community that watch the same shows and actually several in the community that do video uploads and streams themselves. Tony Wallow gifted 20 Live Windows Training DougBetts memberships. Thank you, Tony. He did 50 of them yesterday. Now, yesterday he gifted 50, and I think it was 27 that were immediately awarded. Now there's only one. So previous experience indicates and implies that money that he just paid for that will probably get refunded to him automatically. William Dawson was gifted a membership by Tony Wallow. See, this is not William Dawson actually saying something here. We don't know if he's actually watching right now. His name showed up there simply because he received one of the gift memberships. Hello, Chris Garrett, Rick Lakes, John Alois Sr. Rick Lakes, I noticed that you subscribed to Bearded Inc. Awesome, awesome. I'm intending to redirect to him today, but as of the moment, well, as of 5 minutes ago, he didn't have a show scheduled yet. Brian Lightfoot, okay, everybody is here 15 minutes early. Where's Doug? For those who don't know, I accidentally started the show 15 minutes early yesterday. I thought I was starting a test live stream, and that's why I started this live stream with that little bit. Kind of trying to make you think that I thought I was starting a test live stream. Alice Jones, Jeff Ryman, John Williams. I know your name for sure, Doug Stout. There's a gag going back and forth between Ken Stout and DougBetts, because we both had technical issues yesterday. Technical issues. Brian Lightfoot, this is probably a joke. I don't think no, doctor, I haven't seen it yet. I haven't read it yet. Okay, so let's see what we got here. My doctor told me it's a good, is it going to be about his wife knocking him out again? What are the odds? The odds are pretty high because it's been every day for a while now. My doctor told me it's a good thing for elderly people to walk a mile every day. I followed his advice, and now I have no idea where I am. Yeah, no, he didn't get knocked out. All right. You got a little chuckle out loud. COL. COL. Oh, I was thinking COD. I was thinking that sounds like something. Selden Ball with the weather report. Hello. Snow predicted. My daughter told me my grandson wants to go up and see the snow. So that might be coming in the not too distant future. Better be not too distant because the snow's going away. Oh, here goes. My wife's hearing is so bad. When I asked if she wanted cake, she said, "Who's Jake?" You know what? Now that I see the punchline, I realize I did see that one before the show started. Use your smartphone for direction. John DeBryan, use your smartphone for direction. Yeah, that one up there. Ren Israel, hello. My oldest brother just visited Malta, and now he's in around Italy somewheres, he and his wife. So they did not show up on our Brothers in Beer Zoom session last evening. Phil Stodd, hello. Rick Lakes, John Williams, Selden Ball. Yes, I know I'm repeating names I've already read out. Get over it. Oh, I got a little entertaining thing coming up. I got something coming that you'll want to be at your keyboard for this. Well, I want you to be at your keyboard for this. Greg M., is that when de minimis exception is kiboshed? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Oh, minis. Are you talking about mini Dougs? Except, no, I don't know what you're talking about there. No clue, not a clue. What you were talking there, Greg M. Zivi Minor, hello. People send hellos to each others. William Lynn, hello. Selden Ball again. Kensat Live, speaking for myself, I might have had technical issues. Nor will I confirm or deny that. I will put a poll on YouTube, film at 11. Yeah, his new start time recently has been 11 p.m. his time, which is 8 p.m. my time. In the only correct time zone there is, which is Pacific. His show starts at 8 p.m. Speaking for myself, I might have had technical issues, nor will I confirm or deny that. I will put a poll on YouTube. Yeah, this is just worded weird. That's Ken. Lawn Dog's here. Highlight that one so I don't get skipped too far. Ken is sore from golf. Ted, you shouldn't stand. I've told you this many times. You should not stand down on the green when your partners are hitting their balls. They're going to hit you, and that's why you're sore. Don't do that. Jeff Ryman, Greg M. Oops, typo. De minimis, where you buy stuff from AliExpress or Temu and do not pay duty or brokerage fees. Is that, how did you spell that different? I don't know de minimis. I've never heard of that. Is that the way you said it previously? Is that when de minimis exception is kiboshed? Yeah, I have no information about that. You're gonna, this fun thing that I just teased, it's gonna be more fun for you than me. It's gonna give you an extra chance to laugh at Doug from yesterday. I'm gonna let you get a little more entertainment out of that. As if I could stop you from getting entertainment out of yesterday. Now that doctor's appointment, go for that little problem we can't mention in public. There was a joke on his show last night, which I didn't see till this morning, or listen to till this morning. That one participant on their Zoom session clearly did not understand what they were referring to. I did. Good afternoon, California time. Jeff Fryman, kind of waiting on rain that isn't going to happen, but my digital assistant keeps telling me there's rain in the area. Ha 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 ha. Ken says, okay, just for Doug. Speaking for myself, pause. Okay, that's long enough pause. I may or may not have had technical issues. All right, that's long enough pause. For Doug again. Pause again? No, I don't have a dog. There's no paws around here. A few clouds. Watch stuff from China go up in price in April. That's probably from some tariffs. I don't want to talk about that. All right. So now I got to think about this. How am I going to present that? Oh, I want to do a poll to get to this. So here's the first topic. I have a few things up my sleeve, but if anybody has questions about Windows issues that they're dealing with, or you know, something associated, this is a good time to put that in chat. I've got a poll I want to bring up. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go to my channel. You can get to my channel anytime with youtube.com/LWTDB and enter. That'll just get to my channel homepage. And then we'll go to live. I'm going to zoom this down to normal size. And then I'm going to bring up that video from yesterday and pause it right here. What I want to know from you, I'm going to create a poll right now, is this ask button. And if you want to participate in what I'm about to let you do, to have a joke at my expense, have humor at my expense, you should call up yesterday's video. In fact, I'll even make it easy for you. I'll give you that link in chat. You should bring that up on another tab. Yesterday's live stream. There. If you want to participate in this little piece of fun, then I'm going to come over here to, was it the plus sign? Yeah, the plus sign to create a poll. Start a Q&A, answer viewer questions live, start a poll. This is a poll. That Q&A, I think that might be new. Okay, I got to click up here for the question. Do you see the ask button on yesterday's live stream? If you do, you should be seeing that on every video that's not a current live stream. You won't see that on this live stream that's running right now. But every video, whether it was created live or not, you should be seeing the ask button. So I want to know, do you see the ask button on yesterday's live stream? It's irrelevant that I'm asking about yesterday's live stream, except that if you want to have entertainment at my expense. Now, I heard Ken Stout ask in a previous show of his that he didn't see how to add more answers. Well, that's right over here, add an option. And so the third option might be, I see nothing, nothing, nothing. How does Sergeant Schultz spell that? Nothing. Nothing. There's got to be a K sound there. So do you see the ask button on yesterday's live stream? Answer yes or answer no. Or some of you are going to be trolls and do that. Why does it say 12? Does that mean, no, nobody's answered that already. How can that say 12 right there? I don't know. 35? Oh, that's the number of characters. That's how many characters you have to type. See, if I keep typing here, then I run out of characters. Okay. You know what? If some of you are just going to troll that, and I'm not going to know what your real answer is. I want your real answer. All right, here's what you can do: is you could do the troll answer first, then go back and change it. Okay. By the time the poll's over, I want that to be over. I want it to be normal. Now wait a minute. Why is it the start poll is grayed out? Must contain between 1 and 35 characters. That is current 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I'm not over 35. Why isn't it? Oh, maybe I've got to click in these. 35, 35, 13 remaining, right? I've got the question up here. I'm only 55 out of 100. Why isn't this visible? Why can't I click start poll? Oh, maybe I got to type yes. I bet that's it. Those are just suggestions. Is that it? No. It's been a long time since I've done a poll. This is not user-friendly. John Williams says no. What were you saying no to, John Williams? Oh, he's answering the question. Now, and actually, this was rolled out gradually to different channels. So that's why I'm asking this, because maybe not everybody has that yet. But I should be able to create a poll. Create a poll. What am I doing wrong here? I will show you where the ask button is supposed to appear, Brian. In fact, I'll show you that right now. I'll go over to yesterday's video and zoom it down to normal size. It's right here. This is where I was pointing to this earlier. You probably weren't watching the screen when I showed this. It's right here. Between the share and, well, promote would be for me, but you should be able to see this. I can see this on every other channel that I look at, but apparently it's not available to everybody. And apparently I can't create a poll. Let's see if I remove that one, does it become available? It doesn't. If I cancel this, then try again, start a poll, put the question in, there's yes and, oh, here's start poll. It's available for me to click on now. I don't know why I couldn't do that extra one. I must have done something wrong. Okay, there. So there you can go ahead and answer the poll. Once you answer the poll, you should be able to see the current numbers. And I see a lot of people saying no. So maybe you're not going to be able to have this laugh at my expense, except that I'm going to give it to you. Yeah, that ask in the thumbnail, that was not a ask button at all. Hello, Alias Tepe. I like this ask button. I've used it a lot. No trolling as above. So is this 100% no's? How many people have responded? 11 votes. 11 people say no. Wow. That is really, really surprising. On the cell phones, you can turn on experimental features. But last I went looking, I could not find any place to turn on experimental features for desktop. Let's see. Well, you know what? Instead of poking around, I'm going to do this. I almost brought Copilot up without
read chat, please.
without checking first. Selden Ball says audio from previous stream interfering. Well, pause the video. You don't have to play it, just pause it. Selden went to the previous video and just let it play. No, pause it. You don't have to listen to it. Is there a way to turn on experimental features for desktop YouTube? And last time I went looking for it, I couldn't find it. And I think it might have been because I forgot this piece. That's exactly why. YouTube./new. You might have to do this then to get that feature. I think you're going to like it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Try experimental new features. Try it out. High quality audio,
read chat,
faster speeds, picture-in-picture, smart downloads. Give your feedback. No, the ask button isn't part of that. So maybe that won't do it. Okay, I got to go show you what it does. He's not playing the previous. Oh, am I playing it? No. No, I'm not. I'm not playing it. You're not hearing it from my computer. It is possible for me to play a YouTube video in a way that you hear it and I don't. Selden Ball says I'm not Is anyone else? Nobody else. Audio from previous stream is interference. Selden's the only one saying that. Are you sure you're not playing it? Look at your tabs up here. Do you see a speaker? Like here, I'll unmute this and play it. And when there's sound coming through, you should see it up here. Of course, there was no sound coming through at the beginning of that. See right there. Now, you're not hearing it because I have my Chrome browser audio muted. So you can pause the video. It's got to be coming from your computer.
Read chat, please.
Sorry, I had iconized the other video. It's off now. All right. Oh, yes, that's it, Greg. Thank you. Thank you. I remember that now. My research on the subject did say this ask button was only available to premium users. However, that piece of information was old. And so I didn't know if that had been changed. So I guess this is a premium user only. 18 votes. Nobody else has it. Does that mean nobody else is on premium? Is there anybody in chat that is paying for premium and does not see the ask button? 21 minutes. I will never get back. It's coming. Here it comes. Here it comes. Are you going to be able to
read chat, please?
Get a laugh on me? I only hear you, Grandpa Doug. Yep, you're the only audio. I hear it. I hear it. Indeed, I hear it, brother. I hear it. Hey, them bones gonna rise again. All right. So here's what the ask button does. It's an AI. You know I like my AI. If I go to ask, and I can do this on any video from any channel as long as it's not a current running live stream. Click on ask, and we get ask about this video. So I can ask the AI things about this video. Now, I've done this once before on a video where I had a glitch. I have not tried it on yesterday's video. I promise. I have not tried this yet to see what it will do. But when I click summarize the video, the AI will watch the video, speed watch it, and give me a summary of the video. So I'm curious, what is it going to say about the trouble that I had yesterday morning? Kerry Holzman, he sees the ask button. So Kerry, are you on premium? You pay for premium? Is he the only one that has seen it? Does anybody have premium and not see the ask button? Kerry says yes, he has premium. So here, summarize the video. So if there's some, like if you have a situation where you just don't have time to watch one of my videos and you want to know basically what happened, if you had premium, you could come in here and get a summary of what the show was about. Doug, here's what the AI says. Doug accidentally started the wrong stream early. The AI figured that out. He was trying to clear out some test streams. And if you click on that 125, it'll take you straight to that point in the video. Doug was testing the speaker bot feature. So if you click on that, it'll take you straight to that point. He was also trying to troubleshoot a user's internet connection issue. That's when we were talking about David's Xfinity issues. The problem seemed to be related to the wiring between the user's house and the router. Yeah, like the router wasn't at his house. Well, from the demarcation point to the router. Doug suggested the user run traceroute command. Now, we do have responses from him today. I got those by email to show how that worked out for him. He explained how the command works and what to look for. He then had viewers run the command on their own computers. Doug ended the stream early because he had a client call. Yeah, I was already into overtime, so it wasn't really early, but I think it's pretty remarkable that the AI from this ask button actually even figured that out. So the teaser that I gave at the beginning of today's stream, what that was about was to see the AI, the YouTube AI, laughing at me for accidentally starting the wrong stream. All right. Now let's see if anybody has said anything about having premium and not having the ask button. There it is. Patrick Manny has premium and does not see the ask button. So I think what it is that having premium is a prerequisite to have the ask button. It does not guarantee you to have it as yet. And Patrick Manny, just to confirm, up here in the upper left, you see the word premium next to the YouTube play button up here. If you don't have that, then no, you don't have premium. You gotta see the word premium up here. You might think that you have premium, but if it doesn't say premium there, then you're not on it. Maybe you pay for premium under a different YouTube channel name and you're not signed in with that one right now. We got people saying hello to Carrie. Adobe Tech, hello. Adobe Tech originally found me, I think, through Fortnite. Am I right about that, Adobe Tech? Doug's show went 57 minutes, not 30, and the AI thought that was early. Yeah, because it started 15 minutes early, and I went past my normal bottom of the hour ending time. It was 57 minutes. Oh, he says no, it wasn't from Fortnite. I'm sorry, I remembered that wrong. He doesn't play Fortnite. My mistake, but good to see yous. Okay, so let's get on to David's email. I'm just scrolling back to see if there's anything, particularly if somebody asked a question, particularly, a Windows issue that they're having trouble with, and they didn't use an exclamation mark C for read chat, please, then please do that and direct me to them. Yeah, I think I got through everything there. Okay, so I'm going to come back to camera 1 and then come over here. Oh, actually, before I go to David's issue, just before showtime, I was trying to bring up my Xfinity bill because it came through yesterday, and I realized that there's something on there that I wasn't aware of. Princess. Hey, Princess. Let's see, where do I go to? Chat with billing. Yeah, yesterday when I looked at this, it was so quick and easy to get to. Then just before the showtime started, I tried to get to it again. And of course, I had to re-sign in. And then when I clicked to go to the invoice, it just didn't come up before showtime. So I'm trying to bring that up now. And I already previewed it, that it doesn't reveal anything. I'm taking another look at this. This is the billing actually information. So it's not the actual invoice. Because some people yesterday were telling about their Xfinity bills. Let's see, is that where I want to see? No, because that doesn't give the piece of information that I want to show. Cost credit. Auto pay, current statement. That's what I want to go to, is current statement. This is going to show you how much I'm paying and what level service. And I did not know this about my Xfinity. Come on. Come on. Catherine Anna Hauserman, hello to you. Nice to see you. Adobe Tech says, I see the ask button only on some videos, not all. Can you put a link into chat, Adobe Tech, of a video that you don't see the ask button? I'd like very much to see that because I have not come across any that doesn't have that. Oh, Carrie's on Android. Yeah, I don't know that it shows up on smartphones at all. I'm looking on my YouTube app. Yeah, I do have the ask button for Ken Stout's show from last night. I do have the ask button. Okay, so here is my bill. Again, examining it to be sure it doesn't do anything stupid, such as showing my address or phone number or public IP address. And also the topic came up about who owns the router. And somebody said that that Xfinity should be responsible or is responsible for the wiring that goes from the demarcation box on the outside of the house into where your router is. And that was new information to me. I did not know that. So here's my bill. Billing date, February 26th. Previous balance of payment, 120.26. EFT payment. But here's the piece I did not know. As fast as 1,000 megabits per second. So that means I have gigabit service. I did not know that. Now, to their credit, Xfinity is living up to that. They have never exceeded that amount. It's always been below that 1,000 megabits per second. You know, they haven't gone over it. So, hey, good on them. So if I do a speed test right now for you, this is my favorite way to do it. I know you guys have your own favorite ways. Doug, you should do it this way. No, Doug, get over it. Jeez. I like this. It just goes right away. Bada boom, bada bing. So this 13 megabits per second upload, that's while I'm live streaming. When I stop live streaming, it's around 23, 24 megabits. So I'm getting 544 megabits download. And I pretty much never see over 600. So that's where I'm saying they are living up to their promise. It's on my statement that they're not going to go over 1,000 megabits. They haven't gone over 1,000 megabits. So good. Hey, Doug, why don't you try to get it fixed so it goes faster? I don't need it. I have better things to do with my time. I absolutely don't care. The last time I bumped up my level of service, it was because I needed more upload speed. That's what I cared about. That's what was causing me pain. Now, later today, I am going to download from a client the Fabs Auto Backup output for his old computer. That's 25 gigabytes. It's going to take many, many hours. I do not think that will go any faster if I were able to have a higher download speed, because it's got to come from their computer. And that's going to be the bottleneck. So even if I was getting higher download speed, downloading that from them, it's not going to go any faster. Oh, I see 88% no's on that poll. So somebody answered yes. Maybe it was, I think there's 2 that see the ask button now. What else do I have in here? Internet, it's called Gigabit. Discounts, $10 for whatever. It might be because I've on a, I don't know, number of months locked into it or something. Peacock, premium included at 0 cost. Box rental is included. And $15 internet equipment. So I pay $15 internet equipment, but the TV is box is included. All right, whatever. Okay, so then that's all of that. Now I got to get on to David Kausch's stuff that he gave us. Patrick Manny checked one of your older videos and now see the ask button. Well, you're not going to see it on the stream that's running right now. I said that earlier if you missed that. But any live stream that's finished, that's been processed, so that might take a day, like up to 24 hours before it's processed. And then, from my experience, you should see the ask button everywhere. Now, so let's see, how are we doing here? 25 votes, 12% yes. Uh, 12% yes. So 20%. No, 10% of 25 would be 2. So I'm thinking that means 2 people answered yes. I can do that math when I'm not live streaming. Zavita Carey, how's your sexy voice today? He was a little throaty yesterday because he was congested with a cold. Yes, the ask button on YouTube is currently available, but only for YouTube Premium subscribers on Android devices. So it is available on Android devices. He's on Android. Hasn't checked it on his desktop. Let's see, the ask button only on some videos, not all. Was it Adobe that gave the other? I better read through these slower if I really want to understand what's going on here. Lots of people saying hello to Catherine Anna. How's her man? Nice to see you again. She doesn't get to come visit us very often. Doesn't get to, or I don't know what situation is. She is in, oh boy, I'm just frightened of saying the wrong word. Colombia, right? Oh, please tell me I'm right. Did I remember that right, Catherine? Colombia just doesn't feel quite right. Is it another C country? Xfinity website loads so slow. Sure, next time that happens, I'll screenshot it. Might have been a bug at the time because I recently subbed to premium. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you only recently turned on premium, maybe it hadn't caught up with you yet. But you should be
Yes,
seeing that
affirmative.
on every one. Oh, good. Was that Catherine saying yes? No, Zavi said yes. Catherine said yes. Colombia. Very good. I hope you've been well. I caught one of her live streams once that was not on a computer topic. She's doing this amazing art stuff with, oh, I'm not going to remember the word, am I? Some kind of diamond crystal colors that you put into a shape. What's it called, Catherine? What's it called? And she saw me in the chat room and said, Doug, this isn't computer stuff. I still watched it for a while. Diamond painting. Yeah, she gave us that in chat. Ski Man says, yep, diamond dots. Yeah, I went on a little bit of a binge to go see what that's all about. I'm same as I see you last time. Oh, that's Aliage to Catherine. Checked one of your older videos. Now I see the ask button. Yeah, that was Alex I was referring to from Ken's yesterday's show. They kept their word and not going over that 1 gigabit speed. Yes, indeed, Catherine. Max speed I can get is 2.5 gig. What would be this? What would be the signing? What would, people that do signing for the deaf, what would be the sign for rubbing it in? Rubbing it in. That's what Aliage is doing here. Aliage Tepe says, just rub it in. Max speed I can get is 2.5 gig up and down. Do I need it? Nope. He's over there looking towards Doug, saying, sucks to be you. No, he's not. He's a nice guy. Greg M. Sorry, but that is not me. If I pay for something, I better get what I pay for. But that is me. Yeah, no, I got better things to do with my time than to get a number on a speed on a benchmark test that doesn't make any difference for what I do. I pay fiber internet service, fiber optic service, whatever FiOS stands for. It's fiber. I pay for FiOS 100 megabit per second service. Your FiOS is only 100 megabits? I generally see about 20% higher on speed tests, both up and down. I have heard that from people that are on fiber, that they do actually get numbers above what they pay for. Did you really mean to say 100 or did you mean to say 1,000 megabits per second? It's possible in a really poor service area that might be the case. I don't know. I do not have premium. I do not watch Android, hence no ask button. I pay for and get 500, but I have fiber to the, again, fiber. Xfinity, Comcast, coming through coax cable. My connection out of my curb is shared between me and my neighbor. If my neighbor is using a whole lot of bandwidth, let's say multiple TVs in their house running, multiple computers doing stuff, then that can reduce the amount of speed that I can get. Now, these two houses joined into a box out on the curb. That box goes out and joins up at another point where it joins up about 8 different boxes from the neighborhood into one box. Now that box is servicing 16, or servicing 8 of those boxes that service 2 each. So that box is servicing 16. If there's heavy load from the other people that are all joined up at that box, then I'm going to get lower performance. That's, as I understand, that's just the way coax works. Fiber is not subject to that, as I understand. I've thought about the same and wonder if the high-speed internet is achieved through data compression, similar to old dial-up. Well, there's got to be, seems like there's probably compression available on all medias, but again, that's over my pay grade. I don't really know. Oops. Lawn Dog's wife into Diamond Gaining. I think that's a typo. He's using Dragon Naturally Speaking, sometimes gets it wrong. Diamond Gaining. She has completed many paintings. Probably diamond painting. That's what he said, and Dragon Naturally Speaking got it wrong again. I guess that's the proper terminology. They're quite beautiful, and she is framing her work currently. Does Doug have FTTP? FTTP. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. That's the reason he's capped at 1 gig. I do not have FT. Is that fiber or is that something else? Capped at 1 gig. I'm capped at 1 gig, I think, because that's the highest Xfinity goes in my area. Ski Man's wife is working on a large oceanscape. ASL. You mean? I don't know the acronym. People get frustrated with me not knowing the acronyms that they know. What is
Read
ASL?
chat, please.
Oh, FTTP is fiber to the premises. ASL, American Sign Language. Thank you, Ski Man. Okay, Ski Man gave it to me before Copilot. Ski Man, you're faster than Copilot. Then Catherine gave it to me too. Yes, I had even forgotten about my reference to sign language. I thought that you had some knowledge about ASL, Catherine. Am I right? Do you have knowledge about sign language? Well, that's that's my reminder alarm to go see if Bearded Ink has scheduled his stream for today. because he's going to be testing something that I specifically asked for. Let's refresh that. Control 0 to bring the zoom down to normal. Yes, he does. So I'm going to go redirect to his live stream. I'd love for you to go say hello on his stream. It's not showing up here because I have to refresh this browser page. And then go back to customization, go to redirect, search videos from other channels, and then he should show up here. There he is, Bearded Ink. When I click on this, it shows me the time that he's going to start. So he's starting about 15 minutes, but he never actually starts right on time. It's just a music thing that's playing for a while. And I told him I would be an hour late before I come in because I'll be coming in after my stream's over. But yeah, if you don't mind saying hello when you get into his chat, that'd be kind of nice. I think I'm the only one on his membership tier because I'm the only one that shows up in green. Now where I want to get back to. That was my alarm. I have no idea where I was at, what I was doing. Maybe I was over here. Oh yeah, I was asking Catherine about. Copilot is stupid. I can sign 3 signs in Swiss sign language. My knowledge is non-existent. Oh, so she's not up on that. Copilot makes a lot of errors, but it does. But I have certain ways that I use it that I find very useful and helpful. But yeah, it's all the AIs are kind of not very good. They're kind of not very good. Is that a fair statement? Should I say absolutely not very good? We're using the right terminology. These teeny tiny diamond dots. It take a lot of patience to put where they go. My dad did some wall hanging that it wasn't the diamond dots. It was more like colored rocks that he did, these things that were hanging in our kitchen forever. And I think one of my brothers still has those. And just really nice, warm, fuzzy feeling from my childhood. Patrick, Manny, 300 megabits, but generally get 370. So he gets over. Are you on a coax or are you on a phone-based or phone company type, non-coax? Also, I think I've seen satellite people that have a dish connection get over the normal numbers. I've got to get to David's stuff. Fios has higher plans. 100 megabits serves me just fine. So Phil is 100 megabits for his fiber. Oh, okay. So maybe you can pay more to get gigabit service, but 100 is plenty for you, and for most people it would be. Explaining the details of how the cable system works for our internet. Fast internet exists at night when the rest are asleep. Yeah. You know what? I ought to try that sometime. Do a speed test. Because I was up at my computer recording a video that will never go public. I was recording a video for my own purposes at 2 a.m. this morning. I could have done a speed test. You're explaining that accurately, in his opinion. Where was I? Shield your eyes as I scroll up and down. Ugh, I didn't mean to do that. WeLink provides service via microwave radio. That's the one that I meant to say. It's 700 megabits up and down at the modem on the roof. It comes through a mesh router system inside, giving around 300 megabits per second at the PC. Oh, that's interesting. significant difference in that speed. Oh yeah, Jeff. Well, Jeff is essentially, think of it as a hub. The service is coming to a dish on his roof, but then that is beamed out to his neighborhood. His neighbors actually, I think they offset the cost of his internet by what? Subsidizing the cost for his internet. I think I'm saying this right. Through their fees. So it comes to his dish and his modem at 700 megabits per second, but only 300 megabits per second coming into his house. The rest, I suppose, that implies that it's available to his neighborhood. I checked your previous live stream. I just the S button, both on PC and Android. Fiber and I see it on iPhone. He meant abysmal. That's a good word. I very much like that word. I learned sign language because there are several deaf mutes in the composing room at Dayton Daily Hills. You know what I really enjoy is watching a person doing sign language for music. They'll put them up at the front of the auditorium or whatever, and they'll be doing sign language. Some of them are really, really talented, and it's just, I have no idea what they're signing except that I hear the words of the song, but it's some of the symbols I'll recognize when, I can tell it matches the word of the words in the song. I don't think I could reproduce them right now. My new go-to statement has become, I am as confused as AI LLM. AI would be artificial intelligent liability limited man. Yeah, that's another acronym. I don't know what it means off the top of my head. Large language model. All right, thank you. He knew. He started typing. As soon as he saw me trying to read that, Adobe Tech knew I was not going to be able to parse that acronym. Are you proud of me for the word parse right there? Just kind of slip that in there. AT&T fiber for Patrick. And he was saying, right, wasn't he saying about his 300 and generally get over that? I was asking what kind of service he has, and it is AT&T fiber. I got to get on to David's stuff. You got to laugh out of me. Identifying how he knew I was not going to get that. No. Okay, I'm going to David's. I'll take a little side trip here and let you know. Tim Cruz had actually sent an email asking for the Cheers intro, and that's why you all got the Cheers intro today. We are accepting requests. Okay, now I have, David Couch has just been amazing with interacting with us about his Xfinity issue. Yesterday, he sent me, how many do I have selected here? He sent me 4, 5, 6 emails. We're not gonna go look at all of them because the only one we really need to see is the last 2. In response, well, actually not the last 2, but just 2 of them. So this does not expose his email address. I'm not going to scroll all the way down when I put this on screen because that exposes his phone number. He is a senior field engineer in Florida. So he's pretty involved in equipment. He's given us his trace route results. Well, in yesterday's video, I had many people cooperated and did trace routes to this Yahoo address. just to yahoo.com, not specifically this IP address. And it was interesting, the results. I looked at them more after the show. A lot of them actually wound up at this exact name, this exact router name. Some of them got this IP address, but a slightly different router name. But they had different paths to get there. Now, what we were looking at yesterday is I was curious. I wanted to know from David how his second hop was, because this first hop is going to go from his computer to his router. And that's interesting. It's at 10.0.0.1. I haven't seen that before from Comcast. I always see 10.0.10.1. And his first hop is going to be his router. Why didn't that button work? His router, my router, for instance, right there. It goes out to the demarcation point, then goes out to that hub between me and my next door neighbor, then goes out to that hub that joins up 8 of those dual neighborhood hubs, and then it goes somewhere else to join up with more, and somewhere that coax signal, I suspect, has to get separated out into internet traffic and the cable TV service traffic. And out there somewhere, I think, is where this IP address would be. So that router, I don't think this would be right out at my curb. At one point, I was thinking that it would be in order to prevent me from being able to get to my neighbors. But this is coax. This is not an Ethernet connection. So I don't think that would be a router right out there at the curb. I wanted to know from David how these numbers were, because we're suspecting that his current problem is between his router and the demarcation point on the outside of his house. Then it goes up to a telephone pole. His Comcast connection comes through a telephone pole. Hang on a moment. But these numbers are completely normal. So that is not representing the problem. Now, that doesn't mean there isn't a problem there. It just means that if it is indeed a problem that exists in that cable, a ping does not show that. Now, yeah, it's a traceroute, but the way traceroute works is it sends pings to each of these individual addresses, and that's how it comes up with responses, because traceroute is actually sending pings, according to what my reading about it a couple years ago. So I could be wrong, but I think I'm right. Now think of this, that ping, that's a very tiny little transmission. That is not really pushing the capability of that cable from the demarcation point to his router. You could think of it like a battery in a car, where the battery might be strong enough to give you a good, strong dome light when you open the door. So you think the battery's okay, but that's not a lot of amperage that's required. Then when you go to crank the engine, that takes a lot of amperage. And then you see that the battery's not strong enough to do that. I've been there multiple times. I've experienced that. So that cable going from the demarcation point to his router might do work fine on these pings, but it's not up to the task of the actual speed test. We're going to look at his more recent speed test here. His service, let's see, I think I can, do one of these show what his service level is supposed to be? I'm clicking through some of the other emails because I don't remember if he sent that yesterday. And I don't think he's shown up in chat. No, he doesn't have DSL Alias Tepe. He has Xfinity. It's not DSL. He has 2 gigabit per second service through Comcast. That Comcast does have that in some areas. It might not be available in your area, but yes, it does exist. And these routers actually has a port on it for 2.5 gigabits per second. I'm looking to see if he actually restated in these emails from yesterday what his service level is. Pretty sure it's 2 gigabits per second. But anyway, let's get to his more recent speed test to show you the significance of his problem. It's supposed to be 2 gigabits. Aliyev says via fiber then. I don't know. They might have fiber up to some point. People have insisted in chat that it's not possible to do 2 gigabits. And that might be true. I don't know. But without documentation somewhere, I'm not quite accepting that they can't do it over coax. They might be running fiber to some point, and then through there is coax going from his demarcation point to the telephone pole. I think he's confirmed that. Aliyev says DOCSIS 4.0 can go up to 10 gig. I don't know DOCSIS. Is that fiber or is that coax? Greg M says fiber to the street side box. No, he's told us it's a telephone pole, not a street side box. Then coax from the street box to home. From Greg M. DOCSIS is coax. So Aliyev is saying that DOCSIS can go to 10 gig. Jeff says DOCSIS is a modem standard. So okay, I got to show these since you're got so much going on there. See, Aliyev up here, you're confusing me. Up here, he speculates on its DSL. Then he says it's via fiber. But then here you say DOCSIS can go to 10 gig, and you say DOCSIS is coax. So that's really confusing. You're saying since I said he's 2 gigabits, I figured you were concluding it must be fiber, but this is implying that it can be coax. Oh, so these are all just questions from you. These aren't statements. They look like statements. So you're just asking. All right. Yeah, I couldn't tell. It looked like you were telling me. I have a 2.5 gig port on our modem router from AT&T Fiber, but we only pay for 1 gig. Yeah, the router can be capable of more, and you don't have that service yet.
Read chat, please.
DOCSIS is a standard that is provided via coax. Okay. Typo. I'm not going to pronounce it with the typo. No, I'm not doing it. No, I'm not. Selden, a related question. Which IP protocol is in use? IPv4 or v6? Traceroute uses, yeah, I discussed that yesterday, and you can, if you are seeing, let's see, if you are seeing IPv4 addresses, then you know it is IPv4 that you're functioning over. If you're getting IPv6 addresses, somebody pointed out yesterday, because I showed you could go disable your IPv6, but you don't have to do it that way. You can do pings with, you can force IPv4 or IPv6. So you could do, let's see, count hops, strict source route along host list, see all these that say IPv4. When you use those flags, then you're going to get IPv4 only, even if your adapter is configured for both IPv6. Oh, here it is, this one, -4. So ping
Read chat, please.
yahoo.com. I think the flag's supposed to be in front. So force it that way. And I think on this computer, I think I have IPv6 enabled as well. So let's go back here and change that to 6 and see if I can force 6. No, I can't. I think I must have turned that off. That last read chat was what? Bottom 2 options. Bottom two options. What are you talking about? Bottom two options. Where was I dealing with some? Oh, the flags. That's what he was trying to get me to this. Yeah, that's right. I see what you're saying. I gotta get back to this other email from David. Yeah, this was showing a February 28th. Oh, that was yesterday. Hey, hi Stormy, how you doing? How you doing? He had to try that. He just had to try that impersonation. This speed test is from yesterday. I was thinking, wait a minute, February 28th. Today's March 1st. That's a long time ago. No, that was yesterday. February 28th. So, 2 gig service he's supposed to be getting. Here's 305 down, 357 up, 360, 158 down. This is disastrous for what he's supposed to be getting. And look at the time difference between these. 5:14 p.m., 4:33 p.m. These are in close proximity to each other. These two are within a minute of each other. 2:51 to 4:32, so it took a dive. 4:33 p.m. local time on Friday. Could that be people getting home early and having more traffic in the neighborhood? But even with traffic in the neighborhood, he should not be at those low numbers. No, 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 no. I know, I know, I know. Don't tell me. Don't put it in chat. I has to asks, so I knows. What he uses, DSL fiber to the home, fiber to the home, something like that, or coax. He told us coax. And yes, coax 4 link. And I asked him if he has fiber. He says no. My impression is, to his awareness, fiber's not involved at all. I don't know if I'm going to go read up about this. It's not important to my business. There's plenty of you around here that know that when the subjects come up. I'm not going to try to become expert in everything that we talk about. Unfortunately, he's not here today. I've had so much information from him, it's hard to keep it all straight. Verizon Fios runs optical connection to the, thank you so much, Phil, to the ONT, optical network terminal mounted outside my house. Phil, I love you. Awesome. Thank you so much for just explaining that to me, so I don't have to try to figure out, all right, what is that one? From that box, I have coax connecting to the router inside the house. He is a senior field tech. Seems to me that if there was fiber, he would have answered that in the affirmative. I'm pretty sure he did not. Pretty sure he said it's coax. Is it a time of day issue? Has this tech ever connected to this router and done a speed test? He's had a few techs out, and he's it's a little bit loose in my understanding from what he said. Yes, the tech has confirmed it on a phone, but did not show him the screen. The tech has not, I don't think the tech has seen the test from his computer connected to the router. There's been a couple techs that have come out. My last suggestion to him about a tech, and he sounded like he was going to do it, would be to call them and ask them to come out and work with him so that they can take his router outside to the demarcation point and connect it to the output of that box to see if the speed works from his laptop, so that would prove the wiring from his demarcation point to his router is at fault. Then the question is, will Xfinity deal with that? Somebody in chat yesterday said, yes, it's their responsibility, and yes, they will, but they might not run it through the same path. They might just run it around the exterior of the house and drill a hole through a wall and get it into the house. Now, I don't know. That's what somebody in chat said yesterday. So he's going to find out. We will find out from him. Londog. I thought it was you, Londog, that was saying that about that Xfinity was responsible for that wiring and that they would run it through a wall. They put in new cable, which I believe Cat 6, directly to the router, and everything has been fine since then, almost 3 years. Londog must have been talking about his own experience there. FTTC, fiber to the curb, aka box on the street. Fiber to the curb. So FTTH is fiber to the home. FTTC is fiber to the curb. How about M? FTTM. Would that be fiber to the manhole cover? No, Doug, there's no wires in the sewer. Manhole covers are over the sewer. No wires there. Fiber to the building, FTTB. So that's a thing. They really do all those, FTTC, FTTB, FTTH. I'm on acronym overload. Okay, so I'm going to go in this poll. This is something that's been discussed recently through the Ken Stout Live community. You can end a poll that runs during a live stream. You cannot end a poll that happens on the community tab. Excuse me if you heard that burp. And there, it actually publishes that at this point in the video. I started. Oh, so I've got 47 more minutes. Maybe it's time for the FTC, Federal Trade Commission. Am I right? Am I right? Federal Trade Commission? Is that what that one is? How would I know that? Dobie says, yes, you are right. He means FCC, Federal Communications Council, Federal Communications Coax, Commission, Long Ducks, Federal Communications Commission. Oh boy. Yeah, the trolls much. Here it is, the CRTC. CRTC. Catherine says that too. I guess the FCC.
Read chat, please.
That got such a laugh out loud that I couldn't even read it. FCC, Fresno Criminal Court. Kay Morton, hello. Seems like it's been a little while since I've seen your name. Good to see you. How are you doing? I just got back from the park with my boys. Hope your day is going great. Yes, it is. So nice to see you. I need freshen my drink. There's Dobie saying hello to Kay Morton. Should we guess at what the K stands for? What was that other poll thing? It wasn't start a Q&A, answer viewer questions live. What does this do? Is this a new way? Have a question? And then start Q&A. Does this give you some other way to put a question in? I'm going to bring this down to normal zoom. Do you have a question? Does this give you the ability to ask a question through there? And then does it show up somehow? Could you try that? I guess since this is showing questions here, I'm guessing if you ask questions that it'll show up in here. I can go back, I can switch back to live chat. And then I can switch back to questions. I've never noticed this before. Lawn Dog says, can we move on? This is a new subject, Lawn Dog. So impatient. I'm wondering how this is going to notify me if there's a question. I'm going to go check and see if I had anything else lined up. Oh, yes, there are comments, channel comments. I didn't have anything else in emails. I'll bring up channel comments here and bring that up on screen. And bring up my counter there. Down in the bottom right corner, it shows how many seconds we are into the show. Then I'll come here to this one, click reply. Oops, I'm going to have to bring up my clipboard. Here, this one was pinned. This is today's show. And type 4660, 4660. And reply Z Otherland ZZ, ZZ Otherland ZZ. In response to the recent upload video, very rare for me, about the latest Yahoo controversy. That's how to fix the new Yahoo Mail layout that a lot of people are complaining about. Says, thank you. In the middle of checking mail, it just switched on me this morning. Well, you are welcome, Otherland. Otherland, what we do around here is 6 days a week, Monday through Friday. We are available. Wait, Monday through Friday is 5 days. Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific time, Saturdays 11 a.m. Pacific time. So that makes the 6 days. We are here, me in the chat room, to respond to people's questions about Windows issues. So if you ever come up with some issue that you have a question for, even if you're not watching my channel regularly, you can send an email to this address, or you could put a comment on any of my videos and ask a question, and I will respond to it during the live stream. If you are approved for the chat room, then you can ask the question during the live stream itself. In order to get approved for the chat room, you have to put a comment on any of my videos asking for approval for the chat room. It's that simple. No hurdles to jump through. You don't even have to be subscribed to my channel. You don't even have to click the like button. You can if you want. And I'll give you a thumbs up and a heart. Okay. And then here, click reply. Now I can do Control V paste. If I just selected the one that I want, then the next time that I do Control V paste, it's going to take that, it's going to paste that one. 4784. Mouse Hunter R77N says, thanks for the membership. Thank you for the membership. That's to Tony Wallow. Tony Wallow paid for that membership. No, it's not going to maim you. Tony Wallow paid for that membership for you. And this is not a comment on a video. This comment came in through my channel my community page. So if I click here to bring that out, we can see over here that this is in my, let's see, my channel comments. Now, last time I went to look for this, I had a little difficult time finding, yeah, it's way down here. So 2 months ago, and then 1 day ago. I guess you got to sort this by newest first for it to come up here. So that's new. I don't know that I've responded to a comment before from the community page. The way you get to my community page is like when you go to YouTube. Well, actually, I should show it this way. Let's go show it this way. Yeah, I'm teaching things here, Lawn Dog. Don't have to move on to other subjects. This is another subject. I'm teaching things. If you right click on my icon down here in the bottom left of the video, right down here, right click on that guy, choose open a new tab. That'll take you to my channel page. And then you can go to posts. That's it, posts. That's where you can post a comment to me. And if I, let's see, publish, post, schedule post. Why am I not seeing his post here? I should be seeing his post here. View text poll, image, publish, scheduled, archive. Seems like it should be right in here. Let me put this down to normal zoom. That last comment should be showing up in here. That's 5 days ago. Is there a sort? See, there's some things about this section I just don't really get. That should be showing up in here. Shouldn't it? What do I got wrong? Image poll, text poll, quiz, video. None of those. It's not a scheduled. Not archived. Published. Is it not published yet? Is that the problem? Is his comment somehow not published yet? This is not a comment on a video. Share behind the scenes image, photo. I don't understand. What's new? Yeah. Give a shout out. So this looks like the same thing because I could post a photo there. I don't understand why it's not showing up there. Is this only for me sending messages out and I don't get to see messages coming in here? I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Moving on. Lawn Dog, I'm moving on. Okay? I'm moving. I'm gonna leave this topic. But I gotta tell Mouse Hunter. We're here Monday through Friday and on Saturdays to answer people's questions. If you have a question, you can leave that on any video. You can make a comment on any video. I'll respond to your question during a live stream about Windows technical issues. You can leave a comment on any video to ask a question or send it to this email address or ask in the chat room during a live stream. And let's see, he said, thanks for the membership. Really appreciate it. So maybe Mouse Hunter has been watching all along and doesn't interact in the chat room. I don't know. But anyway, thanks for leaving the comment. Okay, Lawn Dog, I'm moving. I'm moving. I'm going on. Adobe Tech, look at there. Adobe Tech Welcome to LWT. What is that acronym? Can anybody tell me what that acronym is? LW, those are caps, and then lowercase. What's that acronym? Yeah, I know what that is. That's me. Live Windows Training, DougBetts. Adobe Tech just joined. Thank you so much. What was it, like 99 cents a month? It's your channel name, Toby says. Oh, Catherine's going to go to Linux Mint. She's not going to do 24H2. Not going to do Windows 11. It has recall. Oh no, 24H2. She doesn't want recall, so she's going to go to Linux. I haven't experimented anything with recall yet. I don't think I've even seen it. That's not Copilot. They have some kind of interaction, it seems, but I see now question has been sent. Okay, so up here, question. This has not notified me that there's a question in any way whatsoever. If I click here, I can't tell. Do I have to go up here and switch over to questions to see a question? Adobe Tech, insert question here. Yes, I have a question. Can we move on? Test, do you see it? So I didn't get to see what you had to do to enter that. Those are at 12:16 and 12:18. Can I see those over here? (12:16 and 12:18). The question showed up in the same format as the poll did. So it was up at the top of the screen and you typed the question, and your question did not show up down here in the normal chat. But it didn't notify me that there's a question. So I have to go check on it or have it open on another screen. I don't see that that's anything that I'm going to be interested in using, right? Because I can see your questions in the chat room, and my method for you to draw my attention to it is to use the !C for read chat, please. Do you have a Copilot Plus computer? I do not. I don't think. I don't have I think that's a chip, right? Recall does not function. Oh, that's right. Okay. The feature is enabled in the background because it is a dependency for some Windows programs. So Catherine probably has fairly recent computer equipment that maybe is capable of that. But couldn't you just buy a motherboard that doesn't have that Copilot chip, if I'm right about that? Do you want a small project? How about an ISO copy of Windows 10 32-bit approximately in the 2018 era? Of course, the original Microsoft copy. No, I have no interest in doing that. And I'm not short on things to do. Not at all. Long-winded training. LWT, long-winded training. Lifting weights, LWTDB, delete belly. Lifting weights to delete belly. That's a good one. Catherine, I do not care. I do not want it just so it can spy even more. Scanning through a little bit. Because it gives me a chance to relax a little bit. Because I get so tense in the shoulders and neck. That's really, really bad for me. Oh, wait a minute. What's he got here? He's got a problem going on? All right, Long Doug, I'm going to go take a closer look at what you've been talking about here. Sounds like you got a tech issue. Here's this, do you want a small project? Now I'm looking before to see if anything else previously was about this. How about an ISO copy of Windows 10 32-bit, approximately in the 2018 era? I probably have that sitting around because I had purchased new computers for a client who needed 32-bit operating system because the vertical market software he was using required 32-bit. Required 32-bit. Yes, you heard right. This is for a tablet that has 1 gigabyte of RAM and originally had Windows 10 until the update Microsoft pushed. And now the tablet has been sitting for several years. I actually got a refund on it because apparently can't be updated. But I might be able to install the latest version of Windows 10 that worked on it. Whatever the update did, it ruined probably the recovery partition on the device, and now it's just in a reboot and repair cycle. How about, can you start it in repair mode using Windows 10 installation media? Does not have to be that 2018 era, just any Windows 10 installation media. Choose the repair mode, go into the advanced repair options, and choose either a system restore or a uninstall recent update. Can you do that? And in that absence of that, go to a command prompt and use one of the techniques for rebuilding the BCD, boot configuration data. You could also, I think, actually delete that system that boot partition, not the C drive partition, and rebuild it. You could do the what's that command for looking for corrupted system files? There's a few things that you could do from the command prompt because you're in a reboot and repair cycle. You don't want to do the automated repair. You want to get to either the on drive repair function, but I think might be better served by booting to a USB Windows 10 and do repair from there. Now, it's possible that running a repair from the installed operating system might work better. But don't let it do the auto repair because that's not working. It's a project for me that I'm working on. I may pick it up again because I just found the tablet and it still works. The battery is still good. The tablet called is Ematic. Yep to something. I don't know what that yep was for. It was a cool tablet in its day, Selden Ball. I never expected much from it other than just to view Windows. It was like $60 and I got a refund because nobody could fix it. And that was his last. Did I get a timestamp in here? No, this doesn't give me timestamps. I guess. I have timestamps on. Yeah, I tried that a long time ago. I'll give it another try. The hardware requirements for recall or a Copilot PC that has an AI processor. If it doesn't have that processor, it cannot run. All right. You have that and the option to uninstall latest quality update through the repair functions. Yep, Doug, those are all the steps I'm going to reinvestigate doing again. Give us pictures. You're not going to be able to do screenshots, but just take a cell phone camera and get pictures. Every step of the way. Well, if you don't mind, we'd be very interested in watching that. Phil Stodd says, Windows, any version will make a hidden file in the root directory of C drive or Hibernate. I have Hibernate turned off on a desktop. Yeah. if you leave Hibernate active, certainly it will. Need to run power CFG, Hibernate off to get rid of it, certainly. And I'll go show you how to quickly and easily see if that Hibernate file is there. I like using Hibernate once in a while. It's a useful tool. So looking at the root of the C drive, if you go to view, show, hidden items is enabled. Let's see, I think I need to turn on system files as well. So go to the 3-dot menu, options, view, show hidden files and folders. Oh, I have that turned on. I must have my, hide protected operating system files. Remove that one. Remove that one. Does that give us Hibernate? Oh, there it is. Hyperfile. That's the one. That's there. So it is 53 gigabytes. I don't mind it being there, honestly. Doug, why would you want to do that? Why would you want Hibernate available? Well, I often have lots of things open. And if I want to do something back there that involves unplugging the power, and I don't want to have to restart it and open everything, then Hibernate is a great way to do that. I can hibernate, everything that I have open stays open, saved onto the drive. I can unplug the computer, pull it out and vacuum behind it? I don't know. I can put it back, plug it in, turn it on. When it powers on, it's going to see that was last shut down in hibernation, which was the S0 sleep state is hibernation, which is the only sleep state that this motherboard supports. Yeah, and then it'll start up and everything's open. So, and I've got plenty of room to leave that Hibernate file there. I don't mind it at all. I have plenty of free space available. I'm not a curmudgeon for space, so I don't mind that being there. I just noticed something. You probably noticed that I looked a little distracted during that last little bit. It's because I saw something in OBS that I didn't realize was there. It looks like it automatically, here's my OBS, it automatically switched to show questions, and I didn't even notice that. I didn't switch this in OBS. I think it automatically switched to show me questions. So there's the 4 people that entered questions. It shows up there. All right. Now, having hidden files and system files enabled is going to make some extra icons show up on the desktop, so it can be a little bit of a nuisance. So you can go back and don't show hidden files and hide protected operating system files. I like to not have hide extensions for known types selected. That is a default setting for Windows. I do not like that default. I do not like defaults, Sam I am. "21 minutes left. But who's counting, right? I do not care. I do not want to check all the time and uninstall it all the time. What a nightmare. I think I'd not go for the Linux. On Doug, that will turn into quite a project. How this machine even did Microsoft updates with 32 gigabyte built-in storage, 1 gigabyte of RAM. Yeah, I have one of the, I think I have the 2nd generation Microsoft. What's that little tablet called? Microsoft. It's not a laptop. It has the detachable keyboard. Can't even remember the name of that. Why do we watch this guy? He can't remember anything. He's so old.
Read chat, please.
1 in chat if you think Ken Stout is going to clip that out and make fun of me with that last little bit. 0 if you don't think he'll do it. Surface. That's right. It's a Surface. It's not the laptop. It's a Surface. Just a Surface 2, I think. It's not the laptop because the guts, the computer is in the screen part. The keyboard folds down onto the surface and has no circuitry other than keyboard, and it can be separated from the tablet. And then it can be used just as a tablet. So therefore it's not called a laptop. Yeah. See, as far as you know, I do know all of these acronyms. I always remember the words, and I'm just pretending to not remember them in order to just drive interaction in the chat. There's a different word for that. Not interaction, but what does YouTube call it? Engagement. YouTube calls it engagement. So I pretend to forget the words, including the one called engagement, just to get you to say things in chat. As far as you know. As far as you know, that's what's happening. Randy Israel says yes. Ken's gonna clip that piece. Of course, I meant tablet. Surface Pro. I don't think it is a Surface Pro. I don't think it had that name. It's unrepairable. I have no interest in trying to repair it. For mine, if you're talking about it's still functional. It still works. And it has 2 gigabytes of RAM. That's what I was getting to, was to tell the story that it has 2 gigabytes of RAM and runs Windows 10 fine. DougBetts has never forgot a single thing before. He has a photographic memory. It's hanging on a wall. My photographic memory is hanging on one of my walls in the hallway. This particular 8-inch Ematic tablet. All right, hang on. Break. I really need to do better with trying to stay relaxed. I just enjoy these. So I enjoy the showtime so much. I get all tense and worked up. All right, back to it. But it's still a tablet with an attached keyboard. Pretty clever design. Excuses. But it's fine. It's okay. We got you, Doug. We'll give you, we'll explain things to you. 2 gigabytes of RAM. Ouch. That's all the RAM you'll ever need. 640 megabytes is all the RAM you'll ever need. And then we got expanded memory, I think came first, and then extended memory, so that we could kind of get up to that 1 megabit boundary for memory. Back in the day, DOS. It's one of the 3 mini Dougs. What, the photographic memory hanging on the wall? Yeah, because you remember that when the Dougs were up there just hanging out on there, or up hanging on one of the pictures. Surface was an ARM-based tablet running Windows RT. Surface Pro is an x64 tablet running Windows. Excuse me. Surface Book is a laptop. Why is all this useless info still stored in my memory? We need a memory purge. Memory purge, aisle 3. I'm giving Ken Stout more stuff. He's bored. He needs something to do while he's kicked out of his studio. If you don't know about him being kicked out of his studio, that means you're not watching his channel. Here is a video that kind of shows the clever design of this little, This little, why this little thing, Enematic. Oh, wow, that is little. Look, sitting on the keyboard there. Looks like it must have all its circuitry inside the display panel. Yikes. All right, Lawn Dog, I'll move on. I'll leave that since you don't want me to stay very long on any one subject. I will leave your subject before you complain about it. Ken says, I, for the most part, am all set up in the new makeshift studio. Thank you for the Meniton. Thank you for the Meniton. Meniton. Oh boy, here it goes. What does that stand for? Is that an acronym? Meniton. Men-I-ton. Men that weigh a ton? Men-I-ton. Maniton. Maniton. Memory purge is aisle 2, I think. Try Q for us on that. Indiana speak. He means mention. He means mention. Law. Mention law. He means mention law. Wise men, Doug, don't dwell on my silliness. You'll be looking up the sky through the rabbit hole. Nope, I meant Meniton. He did. He did. He meant Meniton. He will come up with a definition for that on his show tonight. Mention. I smile. When I first, okay, who's going to believe this? Yes or no? I'm going to describe this. If you believe what I'm telling you, put a 1 in chat. If you don't believe what I'm telling you, put a 0 in chat. Doug, you're kind of light on tech topics today, aren't you? Yes. Yes. The first time I came across that, put a 1 in chat if you think I knew what it meant. Put a 0 in chat if you think I did not know what I meant and I had to go ask somebody or look it up. Google did not exist, right? This was back in the days of cell phone texting. Somebody did that. So 1 if you think I knew what it meant, 0 if you think I had to ask somebody what it meant. I think I kept those answer results straight. Lawn Dog wants to see if he can fix it. Be a good excuse in my antiquated skills as a technician. You know what? No, I disagree, Lawn Dog. I think that is totally valid practice, totally valid experience for today's content. And that's why I ask you for pictures. I'm really serious that I'd like to have pictures for that, because this is a repair that could be required from any of us for today's computers. They could be damaged in a similar way. You know, not because they didn't have enough memory for a particular Windows update, but because the Windows operating system somehow got damaged and won't boot. That is very valid exercise for today's Windows troubleshooting, in my opinion. There's people's responses. Yes, I did have to ask somebody what it meant. And the way I did it is I just asked them. I just replied to them by text. What does that mean? What does that even mean? What does that even mean, man? He says, okay. I think I've convinced him that that is a valid pursuit. At that point, pre-Google era, tech questions were addressed to www.neighborskid.local. That's right. That is right. Let's go spy on Bearded Ink. See if he's started his show yet. I have it somewhere around here. Let's see. Let me drag that out here to the end. and then go to his schedule for 12. So this is still saying upcoming, but I haven't refreshed this page. If I refresh this page, we might see that it is actually live right now. Yeah, there it says live. So let's go see how long he's been live. So if we go back here to the beginning, float the mouse, he's been live for 46 minutes. But now watch this as I scroll forward. You see in the thumbnail that here a few minutes into the show, similar to Ken Stout live, there's a lot of just dead air. And for Ken, he'll be even on, last night he was on screen talking. You couldn't hear him. Could not hear him. So here he comes on screen around this point. 40 and a half minutes, 46. So about 6 minutes or so. So yeah, after the show's over, I'm going to go jump in and yak at him in chat and find out if he has already demonstrated what he told me that he would demonstrate for me. Deaf air. Yeti issues for not hearing me. Yeah, I think I understood that. He was at a temporary setup that he kind of did, I guess, without testing it. That is Ken's way. He doesn't really do much testing. Well, Doug, you do testing and it still messes up. Yep, I thought I had checked everything out, but alas, missed the audio. You didn't. What you need to do is a test live stream and then play it back. Go back and watch it as an unlisted video to be sure it's okay. He's not going to do. He doesn't listen to me. He never listens to me. Out come the gloves. He does like he did yesterday. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Okay, so I figured out what happened with that is I did correctly select the test live stream in OBS. I had it correctly selected, but because I had a scheduled stream in the YouTube Live Studio and only one in the YouTube Live Studio, what happened is OBS had the information for the test live stream and it sent that out to YouTube using the same stream key that the YouTube Live Studio was expecting to receive that live stream key for that scheduled stream. So what I learned from that is if I want to clear out those fake, phony, mistaken, scheduled streams or configured streams, I have to do that at a time when I do not have a real live stream scheduled to run. For those of you who haven't been down that road, you have no idea what I was just yammering on about, but Ken knows. Ken knows. He can't explain it to you, but he kind of vaguely knows what I just described. Why would you need a surge protector for a computer that needs to be replaced? LOL, these two will last me my lifetime, I'm pretty sure. He's referring to his computers, last two computers. I have tinkered with the idea of a gaming machine, but nope, not going to happen. Were all the streams listed in OBS listed as public? No, they were not. Well, let's see. I couldn't even see in OBS how to tell that they were public. All right, so I'll go experiment with that. Oh no, he's going to experiment live and unprewritten. Well, that's interesting. Had lost some viewers during that part. Few viewers went away and then they came back. That's weird. All right. So the way these accidental streams happen is anytime you click on that little button of death right there, that will instantly and automatically schedule a stream. And I think the camera might do it. I'm not sure, but this one will do it. So if I click on that, that just instantly schedules another stream, and it is unlisted. So no, they were unlisted. I couldn't see that. I couldn't tell that in OBS, and I didn't want to go click on this to see. But now I just created another one of those stupid things. I can't show it to you in OBS because this button down here, which is normally allows me to manage streams. It doesn't say manage streams now because I'm actually streaming right now. So that's how it happens. And there I answered your question, Ken Stout, is those were unlisted. So OBS expected them to be unlisted streams, but that doesn't matter because what OBS does is it sends to YouTube using the stream key. And whatever my stream key goes to YouTube, and if YouTube Live Studio only has, if it has one stream scheduled, this is my deduction, if it has one stream in this manage section, then it's going to receive that content and assume that it was this one that's supposed to be started, because this one up here just doesn't, it's just sitting off there being stupid. And see here, this error duplicate stream key. So if I start a video now, it's not going to come in with this one. It's going to come in on here, because that one is saying a duplicate stream key. It's not going to come in on that stream. I have to explain that 18 times. Correct, you are live, so you cannot go see the list. However, once you end this, you should see two. And one should be listed as unlisted. I haven't seen the word list unlisted in OBS. I will take a more careful look at that because you're telling me that I can see that it shows as unlisted. I did not see that. I see nothing. I saw nothing. Oh, I can just look over at OBS to see if there's a question there. No, they're not. Oh, I only got 2 minutes and 5 seconds to go. No, 2 minutes. He's gonna explain it. He's gonna make a video to explain it to me. Have you ever seen one of Ken's explaining videos? My shoulders are so tense. All right, we're winding down here. 2-minute warning. Stormy, hey, Stormy. How well am I looking at her? Let's see, she's right there. I almost, that was going to be inappropriate, right? If I actually tried to tickle her, could I get in trouble for inappropriate content, advertiser unfriendly content if I tried to tickle her on a live show? That could be inappropriate. What am I going to do? Oh, let's go shut this thing down. You can send a question to me by email, and I will respond during a live stream. I will even reply to your email with a link in the live stream where I reply to your question. You can leave a question as a comment on any of my videos, and I will reply with a link to where I responded to your question during a live show. You can ask a question during a live show in the chat room if you've been approved for the chat room. The way to get approved for a chat room is to leave a comment on any video asking to be approved for the chat room. I cannot do that through an email. It doesn't work. It has to be from a comment. All right, here we go. Goodbye. Have a great weekend, everybody. And for those of you who are kind enough, go on over, join me over with Bearded Link and say hello. Bearded Ink, not Link, Bearded Ink, and say hello. Let them know you came from here. All right, that's it. I'm going to just do the two little quickies and not make you wait through the whole song. Goodbye.